Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Cardi B crashing out on the internet. And honey, when I tell you that this woman is such a narcissist, she is so narcissistic, and people tend to look at her as a girl's girl. Oh, she's so sweet. No, she's not. She's not. She's performative. And that's what she does and trick a lot of people. And if I wasn't paying attention, honey, I would not have seen it either. Let's talk about it because she most recently went on Spaces Live and she was addressing everything from Stefan Diggs being absent on Christmas and then giving her $300,000 worth of gifts to the other baby mamas getting knocked up, to people having small rooms and being obsessed with her, and, everyone being bothered while she remains unbothered and she's not obsessed with anyone. And I listened to a lot of the clips. I'm not going to play them for you guys because I believe that by now you guys have heard those clips, right? I don't know which content creator she was saying like, go in your small room, go in your tiny room and look in that mirror and say, bitch, I'm obsessed with someone I don't know. But Cardi B is more obsessed with that content creator in her luxurious home, and this is why people need to be careful who they give their money to, because how dare you talk about someone's lifestyle, what they're able to afford. A lot of us, we did not choose to be here, honey. We had no say, or at least, I don't think we had any say in being on this planet. I honestly think that most of us were hijacked and brought here. Many of us, if we could choose, we would choose not to be here. And especially, we would have chosen you not to be a part of freaking hip-hop because you're a damn circus clown. How dare you? So you're telling me that it is okay for someone to get dressed in their small room on a daily basis, go to work, earn their small checks, and spend it so that you can be big, you can be rich, and you can come on the internet and flex. You seem to forget that small people one day do in fact get big, and you're such primary example of that. You're literally a blueprint to small people, small, obsessed, toxic people getting big, because if you weren't obsessed with pop culture, if you weren't obsessed with black culture, if you weren't obsessed with hip hop, you wouldn't have drugged, robbed men and invested in a career because of your obsession. So this is why when I tell you that I used to bat for this woman, I used to bat for her. But ever since her fallout with Offset, you know what I came to realize? A lot of people who cries wolf wolf, yeah, the old story oftentimes never changes. They are the problem, because how is it that you're gonna come for people on the internet and you don't think for a second that your words are gonna be put under a microscope? People are thinking out here, girl. People out here have functioning brain. You think that you're bigger than this because you have more money. You think that you have more brain. You have more intellect. You're smarter. No, you're not, bitch. You're absolutely not. Because you know what? If you were smart, you would know that just as how the other baby mamas were knocked up, you've been knocked up too. If you were smarter than everyone else, you would actually learn to keep that hole in your face shut, keep it zip, and we would not be picking you apart. But you see, every time you come on the internet and you open that hole in your face, you expect someone else to take accountability for you opening that hole in your face, because make it make sense, right? You posted on Christmas Day after Stephen Diggs posted himself with his 2011 children. The ghetto is always finding you because you wanted a pity party. You wanted us to believe that you were a victim when you're not a victim. You're a freaking narcissist, because how is it that Offset asked the court for paternity on baby Touchdown, and the court was like, no, we're not gonna give you a paternity on baby Touchdown, but we'll give you a paternity on baby Blossom, right? But still yet you're a victim. You were over there Mother's Day crying that the ghetto is always finding you when you're the ghetto, honey. You are the ghetto, okay? And you were crying that the ghetto is always finding you after that man posted with his kids. Then, you fast forward to the present moment, you want to trick us into believing you told that man to go spend time with his kids. And then after he did that, he gave you over $300,000 gift because what? He threw you a pity party so he could make $30 million? And you're calling the other baby mamas knocked up. You were knocked up and ditched up too. You're not better than any of the other baby mamas. As a matter of fact, the other baby mamas are displaying more class than you're displaying, because I don't see any of them behaving the way you're doing on the internet. You consistently act entitled, you consistently lie, you consistently manipulate, and you consistently, after doing all of that, then cry, wolf, wolf, I'm a victim, when you're no victim. Sweetie, do yourself a favor. Learn to sit in front of a therapist. It is, as a matter of fact, in case no one has told you this, let me be your best friend, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. It is a healthy practice to sit in front of a therapist. It is healthy to stay home and cry, look yourself in the mirror and said, I thought I was an exception to this man's game, but irrespective of the plastic surgeries, the money, and the fame, I'm no exception to this man's game. You can't blame people for running their mouths. Not even 50 Cent is getting away with that anymore, honey. 50 took his baby mama to the court, and he told the judge that this woman signed an NDA in exchange for money, and she has been running her mouth on the internet. And the judge told 50, you can't believe everything on the internet now, can we? They told Megan Thee Stallion the same with Milagro. The tides are changing. People are evolving. And you need to move with the wave of time if you're determined to be a celebrity. I don't know where she gets time. Maybe she has a lot of energy, and kudos to her. 4 kids and having all of that energy, honey. You are a special being, and if you don't start looking at yourself as a special person that is wonderfully and beautifully made in the sight of God and in the sight of man, a man is not gonna heal you. As a matter of fact, men, like, you have been listening to Jamaican dancehall and you have been using it as a tool to say you mess with Jamaicans, but at the same time, the teachings and principles in the music seems to be going through one ear and coming out the next, because in the Jamaican dancehall, the very said music that you listen to, or I don't know if you're pretending because you're so performative, it tells you men say the darnest thing when they want to ride your rhythm. And rhythm in that case doesn't literally mean a soundtrack, a sound wave, or a particular song. It means your female parts. So, with you coming out on the internet with your 101 different stories, honey, this ain't no Disney. This ain't no Toy Story. People are listening, and you're not better than any woman. You need to remember that the small room that you're cussing someone about that they're in today, it's the small rooms. It took quite a few small rooms. It took quite a few people in their small rooms to make you what you are today. It's those small rooms why you have a career. It is those small rooms that puts food on the table for you and your children. It is those small rooms while you're able to be so loud and obnoxious on the internet. It is those small rooms that keeps your relevance. It's those small rooms that makes you win awards that God knows how you even get them or even eligible for them in the first place. It's those small rooms that keeps voting for your lopsided ass. So, in case you're forgetting where you're from and you want to talk about the small rooms, those small rooms that you keep attacking, that's where you're from. And those small rooms are what made you. And those small rooms one day will get big. Peace. I'm out.